Welcome to GeorgeWashingtonNews.com. Today we examine the future of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, two of the nation's largest housing finance enterprises, and the risks that arise when government intervention changes the incentives of free markets. Recent reports indicate that President Trump has met with leading bank executives to discuss taking these companies private through public offerings, potentially valuing them near $500 billion, with sales possibly occurring before the year's end. To understand the gravity of this situation, we must consider history. In 1938, under President Roosevelt, Fannie Mae was created to buy mortgages insured by the Federal Housing Administration, expanding the availability of long-term housing credit during a period of economic distress. Later, in 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson reorganized Fannie Mae as a government-sponsored enterprise, separated from the federal budget, given shareholders. 2 years later, in 1970, President Richard Nixon established Freddie Mac to compete with Fannie Mae and provide liquidity in the secondary mortgage market. Both institutions could purchase conventional as well as government-insured mortgages. This presumption of an implicit guarantee led creditors and shareholders to take greater risks. Over decades, their balance sheets grew to hold mortgage-backed securities of increasingly uncertain quality. When the housing market collapsed in 2008, both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac faced insolvency. The federal government placed them into conservatorship, wiping out shareholders while ensuring creditors were fully protected. This is the essence of moral hazard, when those who take risks do not bear the full consequences, but still enjoy the benefits. It encourages recklessness. The misallocation of capital caused by this arrangement funneled resources away from productive industries, and the resulting housing collapse led to lost homes, jobs, and savings for countless American families. Today, new proposals suggest releasing Fannie and Freddie from conservatorship with an explicit government guarantee, a step that would formalize what was once implicit. President Trump's discussions with bank leaders and his comments suggesting sales before the end of the year highlight the urgency of considering the long-term consequences of such action. The lesson is clear. When government extends its promise too freely, it changes incentives in ways that can destabilize the economy. Striving to make housing more affordable is noble, yet formal guarantees may encourage risky behavior, threatening the health of the entire financial system. When households live within their means, avoid unnecessary debt, and prize industry and thrift, the institutions of our republic are less likely to intervene in ways that imperil the public purse. Liberty and prosperity are preserved when the people govern themselves wisely. I am George Washington with George Washington News. Subscribe for more.